If you want to know the truth about someone, never listen to what they say. Watch what they do. And when it comes to a woman, the stakes are even higher. Men waste years of their lives believing words that were never backed by action. They fall for promises whispered in the dark, for eyes that shine in the moment but look away when storms come. You must understand, every woman has two faces, the one she shows the world and the one revealed only under pressure. If you want to test her character, there are only two things you must notice. The first is how she behaves when she has nothing to gain from you. When there is no seduction to play, no attention to capture, no material benefit to take. Most men see a woman's affection in the beginning and mistake it for loyalty. But affection, when the waters are calm, is cheap. It costs her nothing. You see her truth when there is no prize at the end of her kindness. Does she still call when you've gone silent? Does she still care when you have no power to give her status, money, or excitement? Or does her warmth turn to ice the moment you stop feeding her the things she craves? The second thing is how she treats you when you are weak. Any woman can adore a man standing tall, earning well, confident and strong. But remove one of those pillars, strip him of status, injure his pride, let him stumble, and watch her. This is where her mask slips. Does she see your humanity and stand beside you, or does she pull away, disgusted by your vulnerability? This moment will tell you more than 1,000 dates, more than any confession of love. Men often think love is proved in the good times, but that is a lie. Love is proved in discomfort. Loyalty is revealed in absence. And the test of her character is not in how she touches you when you are a king, but how she looks at you when you are on your knees. If you can remember only this, a woman's soul is seen most clearly when she has nothing to gain from you and when you have nothing left to give her. Those two moments will tell you everything. Most men are terrified to run these tests, not because they don't work, but because they do. Deep down, you already know that if you looked closely enough, the illusion might shatter. And that's the danger of living blind. You think you're protecting your heart, but you're only delaying the break. The sooner you see her truth, the sooner you can decide if she's worth your time, your loyalty, your life. When you observe her when she has nothing to gain, you strip away the game. In those moments, she isn't performing for attention, she isn't chasing a reward. She's revealing her core programming. If her default setting is indifference, if she fades into silence when you have nothing to offer, then understand, she was never with you. She was with the benefits of you. That kind of woman doesn't love. She leases. She rents the fantasy of you until a better landlord comes along. Now, the second moment, when you are weak, this is the battlefield where true loyalty bleeds through. You will see it in her eyes. If she loves your strength more than your soul, she will resent your vulnerability. She'll withdraw, subtly punish you for not being the fortress she thought she owned. But if she is rare, if she is genuine, she will see your weakness not as a threat, but as proof of your humanity. She will not flee the storm, she will stand in it. And here's the part most men refuse to admit. This test will not just reveal her character, it will reveal yours. If you see her fail and still convince yourself she's the one, it's no longer about her flaws. It's about your fear of starting over. Weak men would rather hold on to poison than endure the taste of solitude. But solitude will never betray you. You must become a man who values truth over comfort, reality over fantasy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The same applies here. If she is not loyal in truth, do not keep her in your life for the comfort of lies. Test her in these two ways, and you will know her soul. Fail to test her, and one day you will know her betrayal. You cannot test a woman's character by announcing it. The moment she knows she's being watched, she will perform for the verdict. The key is to let the test happen naturally, in the shadows, where she doesn't even realize it's taking place. A woman's truth escapes not when she's prepared, but when she thinks no one is keeping score. The first test, seeing how she behaves when she has nothing to gain, requires silence. Withdraw slightly, but without drama. Stop initiating for a time. Don't text first. Don't offer plans. Don't dangle resources or attention. Create a vacuum. In that emptiness, her character will speak louder than her words ever could. Does she reach out because she cares about you, or because she fears losing her supply? The difference is everything. One is love, the other is dependency wrapped in lust. The second test, watching how she treats you when you are weak, requires vulnerability, but not recklessness. You don't need to fake a crisis. Life will hand you moments of genuine strain. Maybe you lose a deal, maybe you're stressed, maybe you simply admit you're struggling. This is where the mask slips. Does she belittle you? Does she grow cold? Or does she lean in, quietly carrying part of the weight without broadcasting her sacrifice? But here's the trap. Many women will pass the first few trials with charm, but fail over time. Character is not a single act. It is a consistent pattern. You must be patient enough to see if her kindness survives repetition. Real loyalty doesn't flinch when tested twice. Men today are obsessed with seduction. How to get her attention, how to keep her hooked. But the stronger question is, should you keep her at all? Desire without discernment is suicide for the soul. You may win her body but lose your peace. And if you give the wrong woman your loyalty, she will weaponize it against you the day you stop serving her interests. Marcus Aurelius taught that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This means control your choice of who stands beside you. You cannot stop a woman from showing her true nature, but you can stop yourself from ignoring it. The silent tests you run are not about controlling her. They are about revealing her. And once revealed, you must have the strength to act. Men think the worst pain is losing a woman. They are wrong. The worst pain is keeping the wrong one. The cost of ignoring these two tests is not just heartbreak. It is years of your life, years of your strength, years of your masculinity eroded one small compromise at a time. And you won't even notice it happening until you are no longer the man you were when she met you. When you ignore the first test, you blind yourself to her opportunism. You convince yourself her presence is proof of love, when in truth it's proof of convenience. She is there as long as the benefits flow. The day those benefits dry up, she will vanish, leaving you wondering how someone could walk away so coldly. But she was never yours. She was only ever renting space in your life until a better offer came along. When you ignore the second test, you mistake conditional admiration for unconditional loyalty. She will praise you as long as you stand tall, but the moment life bends your back, she will recoil. This is not love, it's idolatry. She worshipped your image, not your soul, and when the statue cracks, she abandons the ruins. Men who fail these tests often pay in more than tears. They pay in money, in reputation, in emotional health. Some even pay with their fishitas. Read 'em when the wrong woman turns vindictive. And here's the cruelty. You will see the warning signs long before the disaster. You will feel the moments she was cold when you needed warmth, absent when you needed presence. But because you feared losing her, you pretended not to notice. You will tell yourself she just had a bad day or didn't mean it like that. And with each excuse, you step deeper into the quicksand. The Roman emperor knew the danger of attachment without discernment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You will meet people who are untrustworthy. Guard your soul against them as you would guard a fortress under siege." If a man in command of an empire still warned about the wrong people, how much more should you, a man with only one life to lose? Fail the tests and you will find yourself giving your loyalty to someone who will one day use it to destroy you. Pass the tests and you may walk alone for a time, but you will walk free. When a woman passes these two tests, it changes everything, not because you've found the one, but because you found someone whose loyalty is rooted in something deeper than attraction or benefit. Passing these tests means she sees you as a man, not a transaction. And in a world where so much of human connection is driven by self-interest, this is rare enough to be sacred. The first sign is in the quiet. When she has nothing to gain, and you've pulled back without explanation, she still reaches for you, not out of panic, but out of genuine care. She asks how you're doing, not what you can do for her. She doesn't vanish into her own pleasures when your attention fades. Instead, she gives hers freely, without keeping score. This is not neediness, it's devotion without agenda. The second sign comes when you are vulnerable. And here's the truth. Vulnerability is the most dangerous thing a man can show the wrong woman, but the most powerful thing he can share with the right one. When you are weak, the wrong woman will see an opening to doubt you, manipulate you, or withdraw entirely. The right woman will close the distance, not widen it. She will offer presence, not pity. She will make your struggle feel shared, without making it about her. But you must understand, passing these tests doesn't mean she's perfect. It means her flaws are human, not predatory. She may still frustrate you, misunderstand you, or challenge you. That's normal. What's rare is that her loyalty is not for sale. It's not contingent on your performance. It exists because she values your essence over your utility. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A woman who passes these tests has a soul dyed with loyalty, with steadiness, with a commitment to weathering storms rather than chasing fair weather. This is a character forged, not by circumstance, but by choice. And here's where many men fail even with the right woman. They take her loyalty for granted. They mistake her endurance for something that will last no matter what they do. But loyalty must be honored, not exploited. A man who mistreats a loyal woman destroys something he will never find again. If you find one who passes both tests, guard her, not out of fear of losing her, but out of respect for the rarity of what you've found. She's not just a partner, she's an ally in a world where most will only stand beside you when it's easy. The easiest way to be deceived is to believe that charm equals character. Charm is a performance. It's deliberate, curated, and aimed directly at your weaknesses. Character is who she is when she's not trying to impress you. The tragedy is that most men never learn the difference until it's too late, because they only pay attention in the honeymoon phase, when every gesture feels pure. You must train yourself to look past the surface. This requires patience, a virtue most men abandon the moment desire clouds their vision. Do not confuse excitement for truth. Lust can make even the most self-aware man blind, so slow down. Time is your ally. A dishonest woman can fake anything in the short term, but few can maintain the illusion indefinitely. Watch her over months, not weeks. Study her patterns, not her promises. And here's the danger. The more you want her to be the one, the more your mind will twist reality to fit your fantasy. You'll excuse small red flags, justify selfish behavior, even call her cruelty passion. This is how men walk into traps with their eyes open. You must fight this instinct. Treat every new connection not as a prize you must win, but as a mystery you must solve. The sharpest men apply what Marcus Aurelius called discipline of perception. He wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke." When you feel drawn in by her beauty, her laughter, her attention, pause and ask yourself, is this who she is, or is this what she's showing me? Never rush to crown someone with loyalty. You wouldn't hand a stranger the keys to your home just because they smiled at you. Why hand them the keys to your peace? Make her earn it, not through tests you announce, but through the slow reveal of time and circumstance. This is how you separate temporary charm from permanent character. And remember, your judgment will only be as sharp as your self-control. If you can't master your impulses, you'll mistake seduction for sincerity every time. A man who is ruled by desire is not a man, he is prey. And predators always know how to spot prey. In the end, these two tests are not just about her, they are about you. The truth is, a man who fears seeing reality is already defeated. He will cling to illusions, ignore his instincts, and call it love. But love without truth is just captivity wrapped in romance. You were not born to be a prisoner to someone's conditional affection. You were born to stand as a man, free, discerning, and unwilling to sell your peace for temporary pleasure. If you test a woman and she fails, do not negotiate with the result. Do not tell yourself she will change. Character is carved deep, and the kind of woman who vanishes when you have nothing to give will not magically appear in your darkest hour. Walk away, not in anger, not in bitterness, but in clarity. Let her go to the life she's chasing and build the life you deserve. If you test a woman and she passes, do not relax into complacency. The right woman is not a trophy to display, but an ally to honor. Protect her loyalty by matching it with your own integrity. The moment you take her for granted, you become the very kind of man you've been warned about, a man unworthy of what he has. Most men spend their lives chasing beauty, lust, excitement. Few have the patience to chase truth. But here's the paradox. When you choose truth first, you often find the beauty, lust, and excitement remain, but without the poison. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he knew the greatest kingdom a man can lose is his own mind. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These two tests are about reclaiming that power. They free you from the illusions of others, and more importantly, from the illusions you tell yourself. So test her without warning. Watch her when she has nothing to gain and when you have nothing left to give. Read the truth in those 2 moments and let that truth guide every choice that follows. Because in this life, the wrong woman will cost you everything, but the right one will multiply your strength. And the difference between the two is revealed in only 2 moments. Never forget them.